You are now listening to Fourth Down Fiasco, Season 2.
Fires, Mike Sims, Walker, knocked down.
Oh my God! Davis is going running all the way back. Auburn's going to win the football game.
In trouble, he's going to be sacked. No, gets away. He runs, gets away again, goes to the 40, gets away again.
Jackson takes it himself. Look at him turn back and forth. Oh! He broke his ankles.
I have never seen this before in my life.
Still looking, firing, near corner. It's caught.
Denver, unbelievable.
And welcome to the Fourth Down Fiasco.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Fourth Down Fiasco, your go-to podcast for all things football, brought to you by BetStamp. BetStamp is the sports bookie of all sports bookies because they have all your favorite sports bookies all in one place just for you. You can check them out at signupexpert.com/fiasco. As always, I have Tanner Vinsky, Danny Weber with me, but we do have friend of the pod, a gentleman who's on quite a bit. I feel like you're kind of the fourth star of the show now. Alex Malchow, how are you, brother?
I'm thrilled to be on with you guys again and to talk about the crazy scene that is European American football at the moment. What leagues are happening? Who's playing where? What are the rules? Let's get into it.
Yes, fraud, all of it. We love it. So yes, Malchow went ahead and just kind of broke the news. The ELF is back, kind of, maybe. We're not really sure how that's going to work. Yeah, they came out on their Instagram recently, gave us this big heartfelt post about how they're ready to return. They've got all these things in order, and I think everybody's just a little confused.
Games will go on, and end of February, better be ready for that schedule. Tanner's already talked about the schedule a little bit. What matchup are you ready for, Tanner?
Oh, dude, it's gonna be awesome. So we're gonna have Hamburg v. Cologne.
Oh,
and then we might get an Helvetic.
Oh,
maybe.
Doubtful.
And then maybe they lure Verifar back. Maybe they get them to break their contract. So then, we can get 12 weeks of Cologne v. Hamburg and then 2 weeks of Helvetic and Verifar. I mean, that would be pretty sick, right? Spice it up a little bit.
I mean, those are the matchups that the league is known for, so I'm glad they're sticking with their best teams,
I mean, yeah, if you look at last year, if you look at the four worst teams, I think it was those guys. I think those were the four worst. Maybe Berlin was making an argument, but I think I would have taken Berlin over Hamburg.
Yeah.
Probably. But so yeah, the ELF Zelko's back as CEO after Schindler, whatever his name was, resigned. So interesting.
It's not controversial at all, so that's good,
Yeah, no. If I'm looking to expand my football operations into Europe, the first place I'm going to go is the guy who just had a failed league because he couldn't pay people.
So my understanding from the business side, which is why I'm really surprised that they posted this, is they were gonna get back together with the EFA. Wow, kumbaya, we're all gonna make it work. But there was basically double or even triple the debt that they had initially realized. So then EFA, they see some red flags, they pull out. So whatever I feel like the ELF has a significant debt to people, and they're talking about playing. My understanding is it's over 12 million euros. And I might be underselling it, right? So them talking about games right now, it just seems really far-fetched.
Not just games, that they are doubling down and saying employees' wages and salaries are secure.
Oh, that does remind me.
Still owed like a couple grand from last season. I bet Alex is still owed a couple grand from last season.
I'm waiting.
I'm sure you're at the top of that priority list. I'm sure you're going to be up there and get that right away.
So now that you know that the ELF is back, Alex, you could probably reach back out. ask for the secured funding.
I wonder who's like still working there from the people I worked with. I'll have to look it up. Like who's writing the post? Like who wrote that post? Because I don't know who wrote that.
Communications.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, what team would want to join the ELF now?
It's bullshit. It's not happening. I don't know what the power play is for. I don't know what Zelko's trying to accomplish with this. It's not happening.
I wonder if it's to try to trap the EFA investors in.
Yeah, somehow, some way, yeah. Like he's playing dirty. He's like, look, you don't want to play for me in my league. Fine, I'm going to make sure I tank yours. Like that's all that this is.
Yeah, maybe
any contract.
They can't play in the EFA. Sorry, they can't. Maybe there's a clause. Oh, you can't play in the EFA if you're still contracted with the ELF, which is still totally happening, right? And it's just a way of, like, I guess, trapping them in longer and seeing what happens, Yeah.
You throw enough legal paperwork at somebody, you can bog them down. Maybe they have to miss a season, and then because they miss a season, they just can't operate anymore. That's devious.
The ELF has broken so many, probably broken every single contract they've signed.
So they've probably broken laws.
They have no legal ground to stand on.
Maybe it's a blackmail. If you don't pay off my debts, you can't join the EFA.
No. Zelchko is withholding names that are on the Epstein list, guaranteed.
Oh,
sorry. That is a joke. That we do not legally know anything about that.
Most likely, no. They're European. We should, let's not.
No, there's plenty of Europeans on that list.
I'm aware, but let's give them the
here
benefit.
In UK, we just had basically like a senator had to resign because he was on the list.
Yeah.
Oh well, I'm glad. I'm glad they're doing consequences there. Right. Over here, it's just okay,
Yeah. So these comments, though, I would like to kick it to the community real quick, just because we're not the only ones who see this as a smoke screen, right? It seems like pretty much all fans agree that this is stupid. So, Malchow, I will shout out yours. You said stop the cap. I do appreciate that. But, gentlemen, any favorite comments? Mine's the Big Sean GIF where he's looking up from the phone. Favorite comments from the ELF community because it was brutal.
There was one by the Alti the Packer. It was just a clown car with like 40 people getting out of it, just being like an absolute clown show. That was a good one.
That's a good one.
Personally, my favorite is from longtime ELF veteran Tyrion Robinson. He says, "It must be a fantasy football league," which works on so many levels.
Oh, that's tough. One of the photographers, Uze, I believe is how you pronounce her last name. But she said, does this mean that we're still going to receive our money for the work we did back in September of 2025? Oof.
There's another good one from the ELF as they're getting roasted. We know this is an important topic for many of you. Please keep the discussion respectful and constructive.
And I see that you comment on that one, Alex.
I mean, it just seems like a silly, like if you're gonna comment on the comments, you gotta have something a little better than that,
Like the one saying they're going to announce a new team in Paris and Switzerland. It's a trend.
Yes.
So.
Yes, that's a good one. I was just looking at that one.
Yeah. I mean, I'm telling you, they're going to get Helvetic.
Yeah.
Helvetic's not going anywhere else. So
Milano is coming back too, brother. The Barcelona Dragons. We're just going to bring back the trifecta of old school ELF teams. It's going to be great.
Yeah, bring back all the debunked teams. Bring back the Istanbul Rams.
Bring back the Kings.
Yes,
the Dragons.
Yeah.
I like. See, you can field a league with that many teams. That's what, like 8 total, right there.
It'll be like we're watching D3 football. It's going to be awesome.
Honestly, I'd rather watch D3 football.
That's what I'm saying. D3 football is entertaining. I mean, Do you see some
they're
goose
playing
eggs?
for the love of the
That's
game.
great.
Just clicking through the comments, I see the Mike Tomlin, "We do not care." That also made me laugh. That's pretty good.
That's a good one.
Oh, man. Well, I don't think that we need to waste too much time on this. We have real leagues that have actual implications to talk about here today. But any final jabs we want to take at our buddy Z?
Good luck.
I'm not even telling him good luck. I hope you have a shit day, brother.
ELF had a great run. It just needs to just let it die in peace, man. It was beautiful at times. Just let's remember the good times too.
Remember the good times.
I love that they still also just like their entire feed is just like this player signed to this team, this player got extended. It's like you don't own these teams anymore. Like,
are they really tweeting out like Ryan Fire players? Like
the Raiders Tyrell got their QB1.
Wait, what?
There have been roster shakeups for teams that are actually a part of real leagues. Tanner, you compiled a list of the ones that have been the most recent, probably like past week or two. Do you want to take us through a couple of those real quick? A lot of Ryan Fire signings with the
Yeah, so I took a look at the league and I saw what signings happened since the 26th of January, which would have been last Monday. So pretty much just the last week, which pretty sweet that we had, what is this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 signings last week. It's pretty eventful. So what's it called? Victor Stoffel is going to Nordic. So we got that down. Remy Feltz is going to the Ryan Fire. Levi Cruz is going Cruz or something like that. Kruse. I think that looks like Cruz to me. Is going to the Tyrell Raiders. Luis Felder is going to the Ryan Fire. Will Johnson III is going to the Berlin Thunder. He's a DB. Zulzeka with the Prague Lions just signed an extension, so he's staying. TJ Alexander also signed an extension with the Ryan Fire. He's staying. Tobias Bonatti, the Tyrell Raiders, signed an extension. A lot of running back extensions went out, which is always cool to see. Hansa Chris also signed an extension, the DB for the Prague Lions. And then our last extension was a wide receiver with the Ryan Fire, Leon Holker.
Love it. Love it. Now, of course, it's still – we have yet to figure out what kind of football is going to be played. In terms of, there's still a lot of fake teams that are, those Paris teams that you were mentioning in those comments earlier that are still floating around. But, out of this list, and Alex, I'm going to kick this one to you since you're the insider that's actually in the correct region for this. But how confident are you in the AFLE kicking off a season this year?
Not too confident, to be honest. I mean, you got the Ryan Fire, who I've heard have had some like serious financial issues. Like, my understanding is teams join the AFLE, and one thing they have in common is financial problems, with maybe the exception of Vienna, right? I am not that confident. I think they will not have many teams. Like, okay, Alpine Rams are a total question mark. Berlin Thunder, really hard to like bank on them, Ryan Fire, yeah, they've been good, but there's a lot of turmoil with ownership, or at least there was earlier this year, the last things I heard. And then Vikings and Rosal are good franchises, but you need more than like 2 or 3 solid teams.
Yeah. I mean, I am curious, just looking at this list and knowing what we know roughly based on the allegedly leaked contract, covering my ass for legal purposes over here in the States. But I do find it interesting that, with all these Ryan Fire signings in specific, knowing that, their financial struggles seem to be very public. It seems like everybody knows that they're struggling financially. And so if you're a player and you know that, why are you signing with them? And, so I just wonder what those negotiations are looking like in terms of, we know that they're supposed to get a bunch of upfront money. But yeah, just.
Well, the great thing about European football is we never know what the contracts are. Whenever the signings come out, we don't know how many years. A lot of the times, we don't know how much money. So,
sure,
who knows?
Well, I'll push back a little there, guys, because the guys they've signed are all homegrowns, so it's pretty low risk for them. Maybe they get a little bit of money, every month, but it's like they didn't sign a head coach or an import player, who would have a much bigger contract. These are probably German guys that live in the area, and they had a great time playing for the Fire previously, right?
So
okay, I'll come back, see what happens. So, they're not out of the woods yet, I would say, by these signings. Just I would put that out there
for sure. I didn't think they were out of the woods, but that's a good point. Didn't think about that. Because if I'm just playing locally. Yeah, if I'm just playing locally and the team falls apart, well, okay, now instead of, as soon as I get home from work, changing and then going to my game, all right, now I'm just going home from work. And I'm just going to enjoy my evening.
Yeah. Yeah, and the manager calls you, hey, man, we need you next season. We're going to figure out everything. Can we count on you? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, sure, yeah. I'm not moving, so sure, yeah.
Right. Your family, your job is all in Dusseldorf or the area, right? You're not gonna, and you probably had a great time playing for the Fire. Who wouldn't, right? It's one of the best teams in the league. They have great fan base, so you're gonna hang on to that probably, rather than I'm gonna go home from work and then drive an hour and a half to wherever, Hamburg maybe, to play or whatever the closest team is. And so it's easier to just say probably I'll be back.
Definitely. And I mean, when you look at the signings over the last week, I mean, there really isn't any other AFLE team signings besides the Berlin Thunder signing that DB. So, it probably adds up that, the teams that have established play and teams that are already established in the league, like they're able to bring back guys pretty easily because even if it doesn't work out, it's not the end of the world. Whereas, these brand new teams, I mean, we don't know anything about the Alpine Rams roster, right? Like
they started hot just on some big names because they went Devin Burrell, Lamont McDougall, DeMarco Ortiz, and then a bunch of homegrown guys. And then Josiah Norwood as their director of player personnel.
I missed that. That's funny. Okay.
Look, all I know is their logo looks like it was generated on ChatGPT, bro. So
I will say it's not one of the worst logos I've seen, though.
But it looks like it was AI generated, brother.
It was AI generated and then touched up a little bit.
Yeah.
But
you brought up the roster. I think one thing that's really interesting is the AFLE roster construction. What was it again? It was 10 Europeans or 6 Europeans, and then also you could have a Mexican or Canadian or Japanese player.
So 9 E's, 4 A's is the same. So you get 3 more E's per team, same amount of A's, and then you get 1 I, which is your Canada, Mexico, Japan.
Interesting.
So you get 14 import players now, which to some could be a lot because I know the ELF was trying to establish homegrown football, but now you're getting 7 on each side of the ball that are from outside of the country.
But we don't know if it's how they're going to do the import rules on each side of the ball yet. We just know the roster import rules, so we don't know if they can do 2 A's on one side or it has to be 2 A's on one side, 2 A's on the other. I mean, it could be a situation where they could throw all A's on defense or something like that, right?
No, yeah, but out of your starting 22, you only get 8 homegrowns.
True. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's the best way to ensure that some of these, smaller countries that don't have the same type of talent have an opportunity to be able to be at a competitive level. I mean,
it still brings up questions about how the fuck the Monaco team's going to function, if it's even real or how that's going to look. I mean, I hate bringing it up literally every time we talk about the AFLE, but it's just so ridiculous. I mean, okay, they're going to have – so, yes, it's a smaller starting 22. They'll have 8 homegrowns on each side of the ball. you can't find 8 people in Monaco that play American football at a level even like remotely competitive.
You could find a wide receiver 3 somewhere.
Dude, you might not even be able to. I mean, how many people are in Monaco? Like 30,000 or something like that?
I think it's 40. I think, I think it was 40.
It's a small European city on the Mediterranean, man. I don't even know if you can find. You can't even find probably 8 people who know how American football rules work, let alone to play on a roster.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so you'd have to get South of France players from that area. There's no way
it has to be. Like, you have to have homegrowns have to come from Italy, and
they don't have a Spain team in the AFLE. Just give homegrown players to Monaco from Spain.
Bring back Barcelona, brother.
Watch it be the Monaco Dragons, and it's the exact same logo, just like a tweaked color scheme.
You know what? I would cheer for them. Well, I also am curious too, Malchow, how much you know about this. So we did get word pretty recently about Munich, like officially joining the EFA, right? That was a thing
today.
Yeah, very much so. I think this was sort of like the belle of the ball. Like the Munich Ravens were sitting on the fence, playing both sides for a long time, really. Are they going to join the EFA? Are they going to, go to the new sexy AFLE? And yeah, they made their decision, and I think they made the right one, to be honest. And I think them not joining the AFLE kind of shows like, okay, there's definitely some red flags with this new league, while the EFA is like really trying to do things the right way. From what I understand, like the teams will own the league. It's much more like kind of the NFL structure that we know, rather than the AFLE, which kind of more represents what we saw in the ELF, right? So yeah, I mean, I think Munich made the right choice. Why did they wait until February? I don't know. The only thing that I know is that February had Munich had shareholders that were also, with Zelko in the ELF. So maybe there was some like, okay, we're getting back together or we're not. And they waited it out till, I would say, pretty late. And now they're part of the EFA, which is a huge win for the EFA. Like, this was one of the top franchises that was where they're going to go, and they made their decision.
Whoever got Munich out of the teams that are currently signed to respective leagues is going to have the better league talent-wise, because Munich, head and shoulders above a lot of the teams last year.
They always say in sports, like, there's a team that sometimes there's teams that lost more than they won, right? Like when a team, like, especially like when you get to a championship game, like, and it's like an old aging roster, it's like, oh, this was more of a loss on this team than this was actually a win on the other. It kind of feels like the whole Munich sweepstakes really kind of solidifies that, where it's like, this feels like much more of a loss for the AFLE than it feels like a win for the EFA. Like, this is great for the EFA, but this could potentially be like the death knell for the AFLE, because if the AFLE could come out there and be like, listen, like, we got the 3 most stable roster, or the 3 most stable franchises in Europe. I mean, we got the Rhine Fire, the Vienna Vikings, the Munich Ravens. I mean, those were the top 3 seats last year, right? Or
3 or 4, yeah.
3 or 4, something like that, right?
Ryan was a 5.
Oh yeah, Ryan I think fell off a little bit. But still, like, if you look at the trajectory of those teams, I mean, it was still very positive because Nordic had that huge season. So I guess Nordic being the EFA was also a huge get.
But no, even just to have like the AFLE with Vienna, Rhine, Wroclaw, and Munich would have been a wild top 4.
Yeah,
and now
at least
the EFA gets Munich, Prague, Paris, Nordic, Madrid, Tyrol with no Vienna. Who knows what they'll do?
Well, I mean, the EFA teams, I mean, like, those look all like stable franchises, really. I mean,
it 100% is.
Oh, yeah, no, there's going to be good competitive football played between these teams. I am curious as to how they're going to handle 7. Does that just mean, hey, we're all going to play each other twice and then,
Alex, do you know anything on Frankfurt? They've been very weirdly quiet, except for that weird video about the Super Bowl party. And they signed a head coach today. That was about it. Yeah. Who'd they
They signed Coach K?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So he was there before Bart Andrus.
Okay. But no, they announced today that they were bringing him back. So they've only had like 2 social media posts since like the end of the ELF season.
Yeah, I think Frankfurt. What I understand was they were trying to get Jordan Newman. Whatever reason, it didn't work out. They had a guy that they liked in. His name is Mike Wall. He was there like as a consultant. He was a longtime NFL player. Whatever reason, Mike Wall and Jordan Newman didn't work out. Obviously, you think, you'd get Jordan Newman, right? But whatever, didn't work out. And they get Coach K, Coach Kersling. He's been there forever. He was like the kind of the GM sports director role the last 2 seasons of Bart Andrus, or 1 season, I can't remember. But a long time before that, he was the head coach of Frankfurt. I think even before the ELF, he won the ELF's first title, Coach Kersling. So, and we have a homegrown coach in him, which I think is cool. So shout out to Coach K.
Yeah. But no, I didn't know if you knew anything else about Frankfurt, because all the other EFA teams, they've have signings, stadiums, a bunch of other social media posts, and then Frankfurt's just kind of there.
No, I haven't heard too much. I heard they were entertaining the AFLE a lot, is what I heard. So maybe that's why they were being quiet, but I can't imagine they jump now, you know?
No.
Well, so you said that they posted about signing Coach K today.
Mm-hmm.
Funny that they break their silence as soon as Munich decides, hey, we're planting the flag with the EFA. I'm just saying.
That might. I'll need to reach out to some people, but that might mean with the activity today that there was some signings done behind the scene of finalizing leagues and deals and stuff.
A lot of dominoes there potentially.
Yeah, because from a couple weeks ago,
Hear about a premier player from the Stuttgart Surge who will be going to Munich.
Riley Hennessy?
No, not Riley.
No,
I'm not going to say his name.
No,
but
has it been leaked? Did he happen to have a hat trick in one of the final games of the season?
I think he did have a hat trick in the final game.
So cool.
Him and Tabor are going to be insane.
That's going to be nuts.
Yeah.
And if they bring back Rodney, that offense without an A import wide receiver is brutal.
Man.
Munich is going to be a fun team for sure.
And the EFA rosters just already sound better. Like you got Clark and Tunga in Nordic, you got Henderson and Zuzelka in Prague.
They're
you got
bringing Magic
Rodney and Geyer in Munich. Madrid, who knows what they're going to do, but I trust Madrid.
Yeah, I trust Madrid. They put together competitive rosters. I trust Madrid.
Maybe Ben Holmes goes to Madrid.
What is Whitinger back in Madrid? Have we heard anything?
No, the Madrid did announce their head coach, but who was it?
What's Whitinger doing?
Was it Weininger?
No, I think you're right. I think Whitinger left.
Yeah, Weininger left. But did they announce a coach or did they rumor a coach? Oh, they got Sulerant as well. That Nordic Storm playoff running back. Forgot about that. Ethan Garbers is their quarterback. Forgot the UCLA. And they got Arthur Kingdom. Holy cow! I need to go review all these signings. Holy moly!
Yeah. We need to have like an off-season review, like right before the season. Like, hey, this is what this division looks like, or something.
Oh yeah,
it'll be easier with less teams.
For sure.
But did they signed a head coach? Did they not?
I'm sure.
I'm looking through. I'm seeing all of their stuff. I'm seeing like a lot of their other coaches. I'm not seeing their head coach.
There was a big rumor of one, but I forget who it was. I'd have to look through again. But yeah, Weidinger is gone from what I knew.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's a hard sell. Hey, come to Madrid and coach football.
No, no.
They'll be fine. Yeah.
You had me at come to Madrid.
Yeah.
Sounds like a great time. Sounds sunny and warm.
Sunny and warm.
Yeah.
Dave Warren. No, Dave. That was from a long time ago.
Jim Ward, I'm seeing. No,
that's their
linebackers.
Yeah.
Let's see if ELFpedia is up to date. I think. Let's see if they're still.
Ooh, are they going to change their name? Is it going to become
They have not
instead?
So his defensive line coach.
I mean, the last thing I saw, he posted like, I don't want to like redo everything.
Yeah, he wants to he's just riding with a single league. He's just going to pick whatever league is kind of best. But right now he is tracking both off-season trackers. So like he has updated rosters for all the teams.
Interesting.
But he does not have coaches. Sad.
Dave Warner.
It is Dave Warner. Yeah. Oh, he's a good coach, man.
Wait, was Dave Warner Prague's coach last year?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that's why I signed up for him.
Yeah, his first year he was the OC.
Yeah. Yeah. Dave Warner. Yeah. That'd be
nice. Good. Nice. That's a good coach, man. Good for them. They'll be fine.
Yeah. It's like just the roster. I mean, I trust Vienna to build a roster. They always build a solid roster. Roth lost. They at least have a quarterback now, hopefully, for the season.
What do you mean? They had DJ Irons last year.
I think I can read Spanish.
They had the greatest quarterback ever last season.
They got
the most fun quarterback that has ever graced European American football.
Yeah, DJ was great, man.
He was something else. So now you go from DJ Irons to Mr. Wang.
Hey, and Wang is playing that thing.
Wang is going to be
playing that thing.
Alex, you're a little more in tune with the ELF officiating. Who do you think is a better head of officiating for the two leagues? Frank Christensen or who was
Frank the Tank Christensen? He's got my vote.
Didn't even need to hear
the head of the. Doesn't even need to hear the other guy.
Malte Schultz.
I think. No, I'm just guessing. I don't know. One of them is from the ELF, right?
I think both are.
Okay.
This is the most Danny discussion of all time. Who's got the better officiating portfolio?
Well, they both announced head of officiating. It's really.
So who's going to get the DAZN deal?
Whoever gets Gandler, right? Oh no, DAZN Fubo deal.
I guess
I don't think EFA cares about Fubo or DAZN anymore. If you got Fubo,
I don't have Fubo. I know it's bigger in the US.
Well, that's Amazon. Fubo's just tied to Amazon.
Is it? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
fine.
you could watch
Discovery or something like that. It's kind of the same boat.
No, you could watch ELF the ELF playoffs on Amazon Prime.
Oh, okay, sweet, nice. All right,
that was very clutch because then I didn't have to worry about the kind of streams. Sometimes we need Danny having double logins.
Yeah,
I just didn't even bother. The first year, I was like, I'll watch the highlights after. I'm not gonna miss the mess of we're all sharing one streaming account.
Sure.
This is also another very Danny discussion, but did you guys see the officials logo for the AFLE?
Mm-mm.
No.
Yeah, I'll bring it up. I'm actually a fan logo? Of it. What?
The officials logo?
Yeah, they released
their own logo?
AFLE officials logo.
I don't like that.
The bottom left. It's a football with a zebra.
That looks like it was AI generated. God damn it!
I trust Maxi. Maxi's running the AFLE.
That's some ChatGPT shit right there.
Bro, that is such ChatGPT shit, bro.
I know, but it's so cool.
Also, I'm sorry, but I should not know who the officials are. We have the same discussion with the NFL, with the NBA. I do not want to know who the referees are. Your job is to just make calls.
But they got hoodies too. Look at that.
So who's gonna have cooler merch, man? AFLE or? EFA?
Well, AFLE is going to be fucking AI generated, so
Give me EFA plus 200 on that one. You know,
Why don't we just make our own merch and sell it to the league? Then we'll know who has better merch because we can make it.
good point.
Like if we get licensing for the leagues, like it can't be hard to get like logo licensing for these leagues, right?
and I got some gnarly designs I could throw in.
Yeah. So I could get licensing for Nordic pretty easily. So Jordan cook something up for Nordic.
Okay.
Let Tunga and Clark model it. It'd be fine.
Oh yeah.
We'll have to start wearing
Let me just hop on a PJ over to Denmark real quick and go hit my boys up in Copenhagen.
Hit my boy up.
Yeah. Just be like, hey, look, what? Let me just hit up my pilot. Be like, bruh, I hope you're available this weekend.
Yeah. Hopping back over, staying in the AFLE, but hopping back to the roster spots, I really do love that you have to have 2 homegrowns on the U21, like under 21 on your active roster. I think that's kind of nice, especially in a blowout game. You just throw in a couple young guys to get experience.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think too, it also encourages, the big stage for the younger population too. So then that way you see a little bit more of like, you're a kid that's 14 at a football camp and you see this kid that's, 19, 20, that's, got a spot on the Munich Ravens, or not Munich Ravens, on the Vienna Vikings. And you're like, oh dude, that's rad. Now I have a chance to do that too. So I think that it'll also be good to encourage more young kids to continue to play American football in Europe.
Yeah, that's going to be a sick opportunity for 6 guys.
Fuck yeah, man. I mean, hey, that's 6 more. Hey, that's 6 more kids who were playing football before, though.
Grow the game. Exactly. You get it.
Yeah.
I thought you were going somewhere else with that. Just stopped.
Where did your mind go, Daniel?
Well, I thought he was just like, that was such a great opportunity for the 6 people, and then he's just like.
Well, yeah, because it's fucking nothing. I mean, it's like.
I think it's
well, dude. I talked to Matt about this. I mean, I don't that a lot of Jesus. I'm stuttering out my ass today. Fucking so many of the like people in the European football like sphere. They just don't really believe that like some sort of draft is possible, and it doesn't make any sense. But I really do think that's like the best way to get like a lot of the younger European like talent more invested in the league is if there were some sort of like under 21 player draft or something for all the teams. And I'm not sure how that process would look. I'm not sure how they would do it, but I feel like there's a way they can do it, right? I mean, you look at all of the different areas and you see like the best players that are playing in maybe some of the more minor leagues that aren't as big as the AFLE or EFA. And technically ELF, if somehow they manage they're $12 million in debt, if you can do some sort of, I don't know, under 21 draft and that gets people more excited. And then that's better than just having 6 guys under 21 on rosters, and it could be like the old baseball drafts where it goes like 30 fucking rounds and, and you draft Tom Brady or you draft, what's it called? I think it was, or no, baseball still has like the 20-something drafts. So, they had all those like quarterbacks, like Kyler Murray got drafted in like a late round or whatever. Russell Wilson
Kyler Murray was a top 15 pick.
Oh, that's right. It was Russ then, right? Didn't Russ get drafted in like 19th round?
The 26th round.
Yeah, exactly. You even do that with American football,
And with the first pick, the Centurions take Johannes Schmidt.
That's funny.
Yeah, and you see the Centurions, they got their first overall pick in 2026, 7, 8, 9, 31,
31.
Wonder if they get any draft picks docked for playing with Raiders players.
I don't know.
Maybe they'll get paid on the table like Kawhi. Yeah,
maybe.
Probably.
They wish.
yeah. Hey, credit to the European guys. I think they would actually punish them. I think Adam Silver is just going to let the Clippers go with a slap on the wrist. So,
100%.
Which great for me.
Was in the Epstein files.
Who was in the Epstein files? Adam
David
Silver,
Stern, the NBA commissioner.
No, David Stern was. That's
Yeah,
I don't. I should say that, but still, David.
he was
Stern
messaging Epstein about like girls in Estonia. It was crazy.
crazy. Well, Robert Kraft's in him. I don't know if y'all saw that.
Yeah, but he's a Pats guy. No shit.
Yeah.
He's a Pats guy, you know.
We knew about Kraft already.
Yeah, we've been known about that.
I don't want to get us too much on a tangent, but did you guys see the Elon Musk ones where Elon Musk actually never made it to the island, but he wanted to go, but everybody disliked him so much they kept telling him that it was closed down, which I think that's even more embarrassing, right? Like,
yeah. Hey, you can't be part of our oligarch club. Sorry about you.
You're so embarrassed to go to.
You gotta sit on that side of the cafeteria.
And now he's the richest man in the world.
Fucking nerd.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't need to go
Keep going.
Do we have any more breaking news? I'll call it to the whole group.
Yeah. Do we think any teams will jump from a league to a different league? Like, do we think any teams will jump from the AFLE to the EFA or vice versa?
I could see some AFLE teams jumping to the EFA.
Who?
Honestly, I can see Wroclaw. I think simply just because they like money. I think for them, relevancy is more important than actually like making the money itself, and they'll be a lot more relevant if they're possibly the worst team in the EFA.
Yeah, I could easily see that situation happen where the EFA starts playing games and the AFLE still isn't, and they're like, oh no, we still got to figure this out. I can see Wroclaw just being like, fuck this, we're out. We're not paying that money you said that we have to pay you back if we leave. Try to take it from us, see what happens, you know?
Yeah. Or because their owners are billionaires. They're just like, here, have it, enjoy.
Yeah, we don't care.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't see the other two teams or the other three or four official teams leaving. I mean, Berlin can't. This is Berlin's like lifespan, you know. If they, I don't think the EFA even wants them, so there's no way they could go. And I think Vienna and Rhine got too big of a dog in the fight to really like jump ship. Well, maybe not Rhine, but Vienna definitely has way too much on this.
Alex?
I think, yeah, teams maybe not likely, but I could see a mass exodus of players. Like if this continues to be fishy and there's no dates and all this, while the EFA says, yep, we're playing on Amazon Prime. Our championship is September 12th, whatever. Like, if I'm a Vienna player, like I'm hitting up the Raiders, like, hey, I want to play at a high level. So I could see a mass exodus of players more than like the teams really moving.
So I wonder what happens in that scenario. Like if that plays out and you have, you know, all these AFLE teams and they don't have enough players to like fill rosters, then does the league dissolve, or do they still owe the however many, like $1.2 million or whatever it is for the amount of years that they are under contract for? I wonder how that would work.
I mean, if the league never takes off, I don't think investors probably just eat the small cost of operations in the beginning. It's not like you paid for visas and everything already.
Sure.
I'm sure they can void the contract pretty easily if that happens too. I mean, if a guy's like, I don't care about this money you offered, I want to go play football and I'm just going to take the contract from here, I'm sure it's a pretty easy, just like, all right, contract voided, see you later. You know,
I mean, I'll tell you, like the imports are not getting rich. Like they are there to play football, you know, like if they are with a team that is not playing football, they will leave.
No,
I'm saying more of like what would happen to the teams? Like, are the teams still going to be penalized even if there's not enough people playing? Like, if Vienna has 8 guys on their roster because everybody just leaves, like, what does Vienna do? Do they just sit there just like, all right?
Well, in this scenario, I mean, they're not playing football anyways, so it's like doesn't really matter, right? I mean, they would just find a bunch of other players to try to get to jump on. I don't know. Like, I mean, really the next couple of months is what it's going to tell. I mean, if we actually start getting dates from the EFA and the EFA is like, we're ready to get rolling. And if the AFLE doesn't match it, I mean, the AFLE's fucked. Like, say goodnight. I mean, AFLE, like the only way for the AFLE to like actually make ground is they need to like, when the EFA drops their schedule, their release windows, what teams are playing, they need to do the same very quickly. And they need to say, we're playing football in 2026. Because if they're saying, oh, this is going to be a 2027 thing, like you said, football players can't just sit and take a year off. Like, that's not really how this works. Like, they're going to fall out of shape. They're not going to be like, this is their livelihood. You know, they need to go be making money and playing somewhere. So if they hold off a whole year, they're not keeping the players they got. All those players are gone, you know?
No, yeah. Well, and luckily Vienna, they have a system. They could just call up their AFLE or AFL guys, or even their younger guys, and just bring them up.
I will say the one area where the AFLE is really falling behind, and you know, this kind of coincides with the whole "they're not talking to us" thing, but they're going to need employees. They're going to need media people. That's how this shit works. They need multiple marketing people. They need journalists who actually care about their league, and they're losing that battle big time. You know, and I think that there's just, I mean, I bet that there's quite a few photographers from the ELF who are like, yeah, if someone is willing to pay me up front, I'm willing to go now and go do that. But, you know, there's only one league right now that's interacting with people, talking to people, other than simply whenever they get mad at us for dropping bombshells and being like, you don't know what you're talking about. But other than that, they don't talk to us.
No, yeah. And we said it from the beginning. If anyone from the EFA or the AFLE wants to come on, they're welcome to. And we have had a guy from the EFA reach out to us. And he said when he can come on, he will come on.
I mean, that was such a great episode, guys. I got to give you flowers. That was amazing. I was like listening, laughing, like one of my favorite Fourth Down episodes. Great job there.
Appreciate that. Yeah, just
if you haven't listened, go check it out. Whoever's listening to it.
Yeah, if you've made it 45 minutes into this pod, you'll listen to the other one.
If you made it this far, I'm sure you listened to that one.
I'm not going to have these failed businessmen slide into my DMs talking about you don't know what you're talking about, you need to watch yourself, and blah, blah, blah. Bro, you have no legal binding over the shit that I can say on the internet. That's how the internet works. And what I'm saying is also not a lie either, because you can't seem to show us which part I lied at.
Crazy.
But to go for your like photographer and media thing, I know. I mean, we're all in similar group chats, but like, I know media members have reached out to both leagues, and nothing has happened in either league. I know photographers that have reached out to both leagues, and only one league has responded to them. It's like, it seems like kind of both leagues almost are doing similar things right now, especially on the media side. It's like, you both need help. Ask for help. I know it's a weird thing nowadays. Like, media is very important. It's like, if you can get the fans on your side, you're going to be a more successful league, at least in, I think the media is at least my eyes.
And the one example that we have, you know, I can't remember if we're supposed to throw his name out or not, so I won't. But there is one owner of an EFA team who has kept us in the loop, you know, for a number of different things that are going on, you know. And
I think there have been multiple, hasn't there?
At this point, there has been, I think, multiple, but there's one in particular that I'm thinking of that talks to you in specific very frequently. But again, like we are one of the bigger, you know, podcasts for European American football, and they're talking to us because they want to make sure that, you know, our listeners know, hey, yes, this league isn't dead. This EFA is not dead. Like, they've got shit going on. And like, I don't blame them necessarily for, you know, the media stuff probably will be one of the last dominoes to fall, because right now they're scrambling, they're having to build a league in 6 months, basically. And that's wild, you know? But it seems like we're finally getting to a point now where teams are locked down. We're starting to figure out who coaches are, and once that ball gets to rolling and a schedule's released, like I'm just saying they're already further along on that checklist than the AFLE is. And so that means that, one of the next dominoes to fall is going to be, them reaching out to folks like us and, out to Malchow and being like, hey, bro, we got cash money for you. Speaking of which, I want to, on your behalf, say, you better pay my man. You better pay him good. That's all I'm saying.
I don't know. I'm not holding my breath, to be honest.
I might have missed it a second ago, but why do you say the EFA is further along the checklist than AFLE?
Because the AFLE has way more ghost teams that don't exist that they haven't confirmed. We at least know that there's going to be 7 EFA teams. It's 7 of the stronger, like the AFLE right now, they've got 4 franchises and then 4 ghost franchises. They would have to build up those franchises first before they can even start thinking about schedule, versus we know that there are 7 EFA teams, 2 that'll be coming next year. So we know that it seems like they're already done with their teams for this season. 7's not a lot, but unless somebody
if one more hops over, so then you're at 8 and then you're at 10 the following year.
Yeah. But I think that they're closer to that building the schedule portion of things. And once you build the schedule, then we have a start date. We've got a goal. We've got a hit.
And I think they're trying to keep, I think both leagues, the AFLE already announced their championship date.
Okay, I want a team versus team. What were you saying, Malchow?
They have 4 teams.
Yeah, but I saw somewhere that the AFLE announced September 6th, I think, is their championship game.
Anyway, guys, I got to jump off. But it was awesome talking to you. And take it easy. And we'll see what happens, man. We'll stay tuned. More EFA, ELFA, AFLE, whatever you got it. I got you covered.
Hell yeah. Appreciate you, Alex.
Smoke to the bear.
But
September 6th will be their first ever championship game. They announced it as their first ever post.
I need a week by week schedule. I need to know, is Frankfurt playing Feyenoord for the 17th time? Well, I guess that's ELF. Yeah, fucking alphabet soup, bro. At this point, I think we're just kind of talking ourselves into circles. Tanner's not even on screen anymore. Malchow had to go. Danny, I'm going to end it on this last question for you. Oh, Tanner, you're back. I'll let both of you answer this question, all right? With it being Black History Month, have you told your favorite black guy that you appreciate them?
And on that note, we got to go.
It would have been funnier if you would have said Jamal.
We do appreciate Jamal.
Well, at least Jordan reminded me to send a text. So
yeah.
Make sure you do the darkest fist that you can.
It's crazy.
All right, everybody. Thanks so much for listening. This has been the 4th Down Fiasco. Danny, Tanner, Jordan, and special guest Alex Malchow saying so long, and we will talk to you sometime soon, I'm sure.
Hugs and kisses.
Peace.
Well, I like school, and I like football, and I'm gonna keep doing them both because they make me feel good.